computer doesn't want to play. Okay. Welcome. Thank you everybody who was on the first time and stuck around while they let me know very quickly that I was not having sound. So, before we get started, this is an important day. I have a quick happy birthday to my brother. I'm over gonna cry. So, cheers to you, old man. This is this was my water for today. It's from a moss that we acquired in at the Oktoberfest in Munich. Happy birthday, Ben. And I have another toast to do because I had not realized that it is the way that the timing works. I have a very dear friend who is working on the last deadlines to clear out the Powell Gallery in Asheville, North Carolina. It was my first gallery I was ever in, and it was a family of artists, and I miss them dearly. So, cheers. So, let's get started. But with Lauren and I, we are both celebrating that we are moving on and evolving and transforming things. And so I know she's under a lot of stress right now, and I am a bit too, since I really try to be punctual, and I had a difficult time today. So anyways, cheers. My very favorite Schorle. Welcome to my art show. Welcome to my art show. So let's get right into it, especially since I'm late. And we are showing art today. I have here everything that I have painted in the last year. Mostly. I have a few extras to pull out and show you that have special stories, and they didn't fit on my board. But what you're looking at is a lot of urban sketching and plein air painting. I go outside. When I travel. I have a meetup group here in Erlangen that was meeting once a week, last summer at least. So that helped me get a lot of these done. This is all part of a year-long program I did. I did an art program. I have talked about that in some previous videos if you want to go check those out. And one of the things that I did was, in order to afford this program, I pre-sold commissions. I had two tiers, and one was I will paint for a year, and I will paint at least as many paintings that I sold, and people will get to choose from those. So emails are out. I'm waiting for just a few more people to respond. So some of these have been claimed, which is super exciting to see what people like. And then the second tier was commissions, and I said, for a larger price, I will paint you whatever you want. So I'm gonna take the camera, and I'm just gonna go closer, and we are going to kind of go through some stories. Oh, I hope I am now yelling at the wall while the microphone is behind me. So So this is, alright, I can do it this way. So this is my very first urban sketch painting of a brewery here in Erlangen. And we're going to move through these kind of quickly because I have a lot of art to go through and some stories to tell. And we still have to cover the lessons I learned for on this last bit of the journey. So this is all about, this is the time when I was in flow. I was enjoying my summer. I was getting into the program. I was getting used to meeting up with the sketchers. This is in Nuremberg by Weißeturm. Sorry about the shaking. Jeez Louise. This is also a castle. This is by the castle in Nuremberg. This is Kitzmann's Brewery, which is right down the street from us. This is the classic German place where everybody who comes to visit us, we take here for a night out of authentic Bavarian German food with Schäufele, which is pork shoulder roasted on the bone. And here we have Weihnachtsmarkt. I stood out in, this was, Weihnachtsmarkt is the Christmas market. This is not the famous one in Nuremberg. I actually like the one in Erlangen better because it is more intimate and they put wood chips down on the ground. I painted this on a very rainy day and it was cold. And what's really neat about it is that my painting wasn't fully covered. So the background, the snowy speckled spots in the sky here, those are actually from the rain hitting my artwork. And then this one is Fürth, down in Fürth. An urban sketching day on a coffee shop on top of a building. Not my favorite. And I need one of those balancing cameras, don't I? Then when we visited friends in Denmark, I did my best. I took a dabble at painting plants. Plants are a great way to study art because they're organic and you can't really mess up drawing leaves and stems. So I was just playing around and remembering my days of studying art by painting leaves. Here is one of the claimed pieces already. So this has been sold, we can say. This is a bridge in Nuremberg. This is not the bridge I wanted to paint. The bridge I wanted to paint is right next to it, and it's a covered bridge, and I went to paint it, and I had this whole exciting day planned out for one of my favorite bridges, and it was covered in scaffolding. So this was my second choice. And then, when I went to the Caribbean, we visited my mother-in-law who lives on a sailboat, and this is the marina we were at in Guadeloupe. And here, this is a wonderful, wonderful memory because this is my two favorite things in the world, is to be out and about and painting, and this was the view from a coffee shop, so I drank coffee while I painted in the shade, and it was wonderful. And then we have Kunstpalast in Erlangen, and this slightly sad story. We were gonna have the Urban Sketchers were gonna have a what'd you call it? art show here. And then this is another one, also claimed, also unavailable, the original. But this is just a fall street scene, also urban sketching. Almost all of these I did through urban sketching. A couple times I went out on my own and painted. One of the perks, FISA has like all the connections, and all these people all over town invite the group in for like special things. And so we got to go into this, I don't even know where we were, but it's like plaster molds of Roman sculptures, Greek sculptures. And so we just got to sit around in this like museum on a closed Sunday morning and paint and sketch. And this is I captured one of the sketchers. And this is the last one, also claimed. And this is right around the corner. This is one of the last ones I painted this year. This is probably the last artwork I've done. Yep, I did it at the end of June. So now, this is what I was doing when, I had everything figured out. I was getting more and more clear every day on my art. And I covered all the things I was learning yesterday. And then COVID happened, and when COVID happened, we were locked in for a few days. So I decided it was time to start fulfilling the commissions that I had promised people. So here's the first commission, one of my avid collectors, I would say. She has a pack of dogs and deceased dogs, and I have already done portraits of 4 of hers, so she's a regular collector of mine. And these are her new poodles, Licorice and Lollipop. I don't remember which is which. Sorry. And then, so when COVID happened, I was a little bit, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna put the camera back where it was and talk for a little bit before I go on to the new pieces. And then I'll have my hands free, and then I can talk to you guys. So, getting you to pay attention. So you saw some art, now time for some stories. So when COVID happened, it was good here in Germany. Everything locked down. My dream job dream job is probably a little bit too, that's a little bit much. But I really, really love my job, my fun job that I have so much that I enjoy so much. Working at an Irish pub here, that of course got shut down right away. Jason and I were locked at home for 2 months straight. People were not supposed to go out unless necessary. So that meant groceries and medicine, but we don't do that, or we didn't need any medicine, so we only went out for groceries, and then we would go out for walks. And you couldn't even you weren't even supposed to sit on a park bench. There was no going out, so people would walk and we would bike. And so I thought this was the perfect opportunity to be painting, which I did. But I was also kind of spiraling in the worries. I was like, this is not going to go this way for my friends and family in the U.S. So, anyways, but not long after that, June 1, I will call this the uh, what I should have done. Anyways, June 1, I call is the day, the evening, the afternoon or something, that a friend messaged me, and I haven't seen her since we moved from Roanoke, Virginia, and we really haven't talked. We were kind of and she said, "Oh, hey, by the way, I had a dream about you last night." And here comes crying. So, and she told me this dream about, hold on. Oh, so I sent Lauren a bunch of these cups, so I'm hoping she will have a toast with me with the cup that she has in North Carolina. This dream, and she was like, so she described the dream to me, and she said, I was running through, my friend, she said, I was running through a meadow, I was running through a dark forest, and there was this monster chasing me, and I was trying to get away, and it was this terrible nightmare, and, sorry. I'm just gonna show you art while we talk about it. And in the center of the forest, I came into a meadow in this big dark forest, and there you were in the meadow, painting, perfectly happy and content. And I tried, I'm saying this, retelling my friend's story, and I tried to warn you to run away and get away from the monster, and you refused to go. Because you were happy, and I finally left you there, and I continued on, but I knew you would be fine, because the monster was going to see how content you were, and would leave you alone. So, she described that to me, and this is what I saw. And one of the things I learned, we talked about in our program, was taking inspired action. And this was a Friday. And I don't know what I had for my plans on my to-do list that Friday. But I saw this painting so clearly. And I have stacks of paintings in my brain that I want to paint. And I know how long they can sit and go not done. I actually have one behind me that had been in progress for years. Here we see, I did just a hint of the I'm having a really hard time lining this up, of this monster, little stripes with the little teeth on the back of a kind of a snaky thing. Anyways, but this changed a lot of things, because I have this idea. I'm wildly inspired. You can see how touched I am by it. Like, it felt like a message to me, because I was like in this time of COVID, and I had put down my writing, and I was trying to fulfill commissions, and I didn't, I felt like I should be worried for the whole world, and maybe painting isn't the way to be spending my time right now. And so, and I realized I will not paint this painting ever if I don't do it now. And I know, the one thing I know about myself is a small painting like this, I can do this in one sitting. It is a full commitment sitting, but I can do it. And this started up a new thought of mine is I don't have time. I don't have time to think about plans. I don't have time to make plans in the future. I need to do things now. And so whatever I was going to do that Friday, I sat down, I sketched this out, I painted it. It took me 3 hours. It took me 10 hours. And I finished it at 3 in the morning. And she bought it the next day. So this is going away. But it was a turning point, I feel like, because when I realized that I don't have time, I don't know if I want you to see my face now, but when I realized I don't have time, I was like, I don't have time to worry about, I don't have time to be worried about paintings. I know I can do it. I know I can I can just figure these out and do them. I don't have time to be stressed and wondering if my work is valuable because it took me 4 hours or 10 hours. Like, I cannot I can no longer force a painting to take longer than it needs to be just so I can feel like I deserve what I'm asking, the price for. And so some of these paintings have taken me 4 hours. Some have taken me 3, 2. I don't know which ones. But I don't have time to wonder this anymore. And another thing that happened was this painting has a little more some more specialness to it, because when she told me the dream, what I thought of was a meditation that one of my acupuncturists had given me and told me about. And it's a great meditation to think about, and it's one especially for these times. And is what you do is any time that you feel overwhelmed, you imagine a little bird at your heart, and imagine a little red bird, a little red songbird, and it's fluttering around, and you imagine it with this wind and these gusts and the swirling happening all over it, and the debris and the leaves, everything is going on around this little bird. And this little bird finds a little branch, and it lights on the branch, and my acupuncturist, I always imitate her because she always does this. She's like, and then it settles in on the branch, and then it just sits there. And all you do is you watch your little red bird, and you watch it and just sit in the calm branch with everything floating around it. And you imagine this in your heart, and this is your heart space, where everything's calm. And I think a lot of people need this right now with times. So I felt that this dream was that wasn't my dream. My friend had this dream, but it was my heart space meditation. Because, when she said a meadow in a forest, I've hiked the entire Appalachian Trail. That's 6 months I spent in the forest. And, every day you're coming through these meadows that were just absolutely gorgeous. And I just wished with all my heart I had time to sit down and paint there. And here it's this is my heart space. And so I made sure that she was red. So, next. So then, it was time for my next commission. And it was for a very dear friend. And she was struggling, and I don't think she'll mind me saying that, because I think we've all been struggling a bit with these times, and like we were in, one of the great things about COVID that happened was friends that I hadn't talked to in ages. We set up a WhatsApp group and we talked and we kept up and we reconnected and we support each other, and everyone kind of just puts in their humor and feelings and frustration and stuff. And I just realized I forgot to let them know that I'm doing this. Oops. Oops. They'll have to watch the replay. Anyways, so we're just gonna crack for the next 3 paintings, okay? I contacted her. I'm like, okay, it's time for your, commission. You paid for this almost a year ago. Do you know what you want yet? And she was not very helpful. She's like, I don't know. Could I have like a mermaid or maybe an octopus? And like, that's not even tone. That was basically just an email. I don't know, maybe a mermaid or an octopus. And I was like, do you care? She's like, I don't care. Make me some. And like, she's a friend and one of my collectors because she has so much of my art. She knows my style, and she helped me take care of this program. So I was like, okay. And I was like, I have an idea. So if you remember yesterday, oh my goodness. If you remember yesterday, I showed you a thumbnail that was this big of what I sketched out for this picture. And so when she said octopus and she said mermaid, I was like, all right, so what she needs is her heart space. So obviously it's underwater. And what better place underwater than an octopus garden? And it all came together because I'm like, I'll make the octopus red. That will represent her heart. I will do her mermaid. She did not want it to look like her. So I'm like, fine, we can work around that because she just so happens to have purple hair. So like, what color of hair is this mermaid gonna have? I wonder. And so this is, now you've seen it sorry, I should have just had it up while I talked instead of you watching me cry. I should have thought that through. Anyway, so there's the octopus. There's the octopus's garden, and here's a happy, sexy mermaid. Showing a little nip. And she's a crier like me. And the moment, this painting was so much fun. It was so much, here I had been saying, oh, I don't have time. But I just reveled in painting every tiny little detail. And I would find, I would find the tiniest things to paint. I hope that will zoom in, like little dots and stuff. And I'm just like, yes, it was so much fun. And then every little painting has a little secret for the people that I paint for. So things that might be meaningful to them. And I won't. So she has her own little message in this painting. And what I love is she's working from home now. And this is I'm hoping, I'm just assuming, but I imagine my intent for this was like it would go on her desk so that she would just remember where she can be. So then my next client, when she didn't know, another friend who had had paid the same price for the commissions. I'm going to hold this one up while I tell it because it has so much detail. And for those of you that saw part 2, this is the sketch I was telling you about penguins and a concert for penguins. So this friend is in, oh crap. Can I show this, Ginger? It's supposed to be a surprise. Alright, we're gonna put it down. I forgot. Alright, we won't say names. I'm trying not to, I have art that doesn't. Anyways, let's just, alright, I'll show you the parts that don't matter. We'll just look at penguins, okay? So she's hoping to surprise her friends with this. These are some of her friends. I don't think they're on Facebook. We're gonna hope. Don't tell. But yeah, so this friend. So I told her the idea and the layout, and so we made a plan, and it was a lot of fun because this was a theory I wanted to test out. I was like, could I painted a painting for myself, called it my heart space. That's easy enough to do because it's mine. And then I tried it on a friend who I know very well, and I figured that was like pretty easy to do, and that worked. And this is another friend who I also know well, but she didn't tell me at all what she wanted, and so we put it together, and I described it for her, and I was like, would you like to try out this heart space painting? And so it has this piece of red, and everything else is around it, and it was my favorite. So now let's check any lessons. So the lessons learned for the last part of my painting series was I can now offer commissioned heart space paintings as an option. I don't have time, and follow inspired action. And there's another part. It's going to be a bonus later, but I'm going to take some time to process or to decide how I want to present it, but I will be coming and doing a live in a couple weeks about that. Because my art has also taken a different purpose or shift ever since the murder of George Floyd, which hit me personal because Minnesota is my hometown, and my poor family has been watching me kind of try to figure out the role I want to play in social justice. So that'll be coming. That's what's coming next. But for now, for the immediate future, this is kind of an announcement because now I'm doing a quick trial pop-up art sale. So I'm going to make a post on my Facebook page. I'll pin it to the top. And I'm going to try to include, if you're interested in any of these prints, they will be available for sale for 2 weeks. August 8th is when the sale closes. August 8th at something. I don't know what midnight time I'll use. But, so if you're interested in any of these prints, oh shoot, I missed some more of my art. I just forgot. These are quick. These are just quick. One of the lessons that happened one of the lessons, the lessons I had once I realized I don't have time and to make my art fun, I had 5 paintings in my head that I haven't finished for years upon years. I'm not gonna show those. And I decided I'm gonna apply I don't have time and how to make this fun. And I have completed 3. I am working on 4. Number 4 is giving me a challenge. Number 5 I will start in a week or so, or maybe next week. So I just wanted to show, I guess, one of them, because I do portraits. And I just wanted, I just wanted to tell this story. That's for a couple. So yeah. Anyways, I might share these later because these are personal portraits that I would like them to get first. Anyways, so if you're interested, you can either comment here, but I will make a post and maybe on my Facebook page, and if you're interested, and then I will send you the whole catalog, because I have it's 18 paintings here that are available for print, and they will be 12. This is the hard part. Is it euros or dollars? It's $12. $12 a piece. Or 3 for $30. And that will include shipping. And if you get in on this and do this pop-up show, I'm trying, if there's enough interest, I might be able to get some gifts in there. I'm kind of looking around. I'm not promising anything, but we have lots to, and more will be coming in a couple weeks. So, okay. Any questions? Let me know. This is and this is free to share. Anyone can order, and this. The pop-up is especially important for people in the US, because I am going to do a 1 print, I'm going to do 1 package, I'm going to ship it all to the US. I have a lovely helper who is going to send it off to the postal service, and hopefully that will save postage. So just be warned, it's going to be a process. Prints will not go out or you probably won't be seeing it till September. I'm not promising. This is not a timely shipping thing, but it is a short celebration sale of prints. And if you're interested in an original, I can let you know soon what is available and what isn't. And a price. I can't remember between euros. It's 150 euros for the urban sketches, if they haven't been claimed already. But I can't remember what that is in dollars. 175, 180, I think it was. Yeah. All right. Okay, enough details about that. I wanted to celebrate art, so I'm gonna cheer off with last sip. Thank you for stepping into my gallery, and I will talk to you later.